Hey yo, Little Man, what's going on everyone? Nick here from Little Man YGL, back at again with another video, and this time another top 8 deck profile. Sir, where do you hail from? What is your name and what did you play?
My name is Steven V. Keelis. You might know me as Chaos Sorcerer on Dueling Book. I run the store Versus Games in Orlando, Florida.
All right.
Super cool store. Very, very stacked locals there. We got Rob the Man, MSW, Snack, me.
Tim, listen, you're up there with the ranks, especially after this big top today, so good for you. Congratulations on your big top. And what did you play today?
I played Vayu Turbo. Back home, I'm known as the Vayu Salesman. I swear by this deck forever and always. I don't want to show you guys a standard Vayu deck.
All right.
So it's got some spice. I'll explain it. I have some controversial takes, but I can go first.
Go for the takes. I love hearing different takes. Let's have me open up the mind, baby.
Yeah,
come on.
So the standard stuff. It's the full Blackwing package with the 4 Knights.
You like the 3 Siroccos?
Oh yeah, I think cutting one is a little weird because it's good in the mirror, it's good against Blackwings, it's good against Hero B. Like just the card by itself without any of the combo pieces is good in a lot of matchups. So I think going down to 2 is a little weird.
Makes sense.
And
okay.
I think it's even more weird to play a 3rd Caius because it's a little bit more bricky, and I'll get into that too. But
understood. Okay.
Yeah, and then standard HRC package. Also nothing weird here. I don't like charging the Light Brigade. I think too much milling is bad, so I just play the second hamster still.
Right, diminishing value over time, yeah.
Yeah. And then like if you open it and like they already know you have the Raikou, and it's very easy to play around Raikou in 2024. Most people aren't good enough to do that. So
right.
I don't really like to charge that much.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then the standard one-ofs is the Card Trooper, Plague Splitter, Dark Arm, and Gores. You might notice I'm not playing Necrogardener.
Right, I was going to ask about
which is part of the concept of the deck. I think Necrogardener is really good, and playing it is not like incorrect to me, I don't think. But I always find that when I'm playing in a long tournament like this, I'd rather just not draw in like as little bricks as possible, and like this is enough. That's 3 bricks in your deck already if you don't have one of the Knights. Like yes, people argue like, oh, you can set it and bait out Mind Control or whatever, which is true. Obviously, like a good player is going to play out of their bad hands, but I just didn't want to have those bad hands too often. And I go into that theory a little bit more with the traps. But for the spells, it's just the standard 6 with no charge, like I said. So nothing weird here.
Fair enough. Okay. Broken cards sets off.
Yeah. This deck plays all of the best
all
cards.
The broken cards in Edison format, yeah.
And then traps, the single one-ofs, everybody plays these. Only weird thing here is I don't play Solemn Judgment.
Okay.
I don't think that's too controversial anymore. I think a lot of people are cutting that these days. I just think when Vayu Turbo is the best deck, and you pay 4,000 early, like there's a lot of times where you open a lot of monsters and like a spell card and your only trap card is Judgment. It's like, yeah, you can either not set it, or you can set it and pay 4,000, and then you're just like one, I don't know, Sirocco pump away from death or something. So I don't really like that card too much, and I haven't missed it, so I'll just keep not playing it.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then 2, and I play 3.
You like 3 Prison?
No, but I don't like Trap Dust Shoot. And I don't,
interesting.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a hot take, and I don't like the second impression because we play Return.
Well, speak your piece on Dust Shoot.
Yeah, so I don't. It's not that like it's not that scientific. Really, what it is that I'm unlucky, I guess, and I always draw it on turn 7 or whatever, and I just wanted to play like a super hyper consistent version of the deck today.
Understood.
So I didn't play that.
Okay, that's fair.
That's really all it is. And then this is the thing that is like super strange is I'm playing 3. And the reason why is I tested 3 Upstart Goblins, but like this deck can OTK very, very often, but it's always by like 100.
Yes.
Most of the OTKs are 8,100.
Okay.
So even one Upstart Goblin is enough to kind of make it so you can't do some of those plays.
Right.
And then so I tested this as kind of a meme because Dimitri was playing it. And I was like, whatever, I'll give it a shot. So I put 1 in, and then I put the second one in, and then I cut the Judgment and I put the 3rd one in. And what I found kept on happening is I got to do cool stuff like, I don't know, summon this guy or this guy, make a play, and then I get to set this plus a real trap.
Wow.
And so it happened very often where people will shotgun the heavy and I'll play this, draw a card, which is cool. It makes it so their heavy's gone for the rest of the game. This deck plays a lot of traps.
Right, okay.
And then also, like in the mirror, it's insane actually because there's so many times where like, oh, I'm gonna flip this Raikou, pop the Yada, or I'm sorry, pop a trap card, it's gonna be Yada, or blind space typhoons they can make play, Yada. It happened a lot this weekend. It happens a lot.
So it was like pretty good going the second, right? When you're setting into
super good, yeah. Going first, going second, it doesn't really matter because either they end phase like Typhoon it, and then it's still did its job otherwise, or like they wait and they heavy, or they Typhoon, or they Raikou, or they Kai's the back, or whatever, and you just get a really big plus. I think in round 8, I played the mirror match, and I opened 2 of them. I set them one at a time, but like the first one ate a Typhoon chain draw card, and then the second one ate a Raikou flip chain draw card.
Wow.
And somehow I have 4 cards in hand, 2 cards on board, and then he has 3 cards, and I'm just
right.
Like, so,
spent Raikou, okay.
Yeah, so I initially it was just like, oh, I want my deck to be super consistent, and then now it's, well, this is really good in the mirror, like super good in the mirror. It's good against Blacklings too, and Gemini, sometimes they want a Gemini Spark your back row too.
Yeah.
But I can't praise this card enough. I don't even side it out that often. Sometimes I'll side one. But yeah, so this is the main weird thing about my deck.
Did you feel like that you were missing, like, because I know that, like you said, there were some other utility options that you could play in that spot. Did you feel like that it was fine for you to miss those utility options in favor of that consistency? Or
at the end of the day, yeah. The only card that I kind of wish was in the deck was Trap Dust Shoot, just because the more unfair cards in your deck, obviously the higher chances you have to have non-games where you just like kind of kill your opponent.
Sure.
Like, there were so many times today where I opened like Sirocco with return plus Vayu fuel, and it's like, well, they're dead on the second turn no matter what, and Trap Dust Shoot can sometimes do the same thing. So
fair enough. Okay.
I could see cutting 1 for the Trap Dust Shoot, but not anytime soon.
Okay.
You know, so, and then extra,
base takes win games.
Yeah. That's super mega standard.
Okay.
Sorry, making the camera work a little hard. My 15th card is Mistworm.
Yeah.
It comes up enough with the hamster flip, get your Raikou, flip the Raikou, and then summon Gale, and then you can OTK them after Mistworm. So
no Chimera Tech?
I don't play Chimera Tech. It's funny because my locals has like 3 machine players.
Okay.
So at home I do play Chimera Tech and a system down even, but no, for today I didn't expect to play that deck. So I just played the Mistworm because it does come up a lot.
Okay.
You can also cut Armory Arm, but personally I think that's kind of crazy.
I agree.
I think the Armory Arm comes up a lot. But
awesome. And let's look at the saucy side.
Yes. The sideboard isn't that crazy, honestly, but it's 2 Snowman. I have to talk about this.
Sure, go for it.
I'm going to show the whole thing first in case people want to hop off the video and just look at the list. Full 3 for all the road. Oh, I think this is important. A lot of people only play 2.
Yes, okay.
So
I've seen a lot of lists go to 3 on this card,
it's
for sure.
really important, I think. And then this is just because I don't know, like I talked to Eric a lot about this, and he said that he really likes the Hero Beat matchup. I personally don't, but I think this card kind of solos their whole strategy, so I like that.
It's paying 1,500 go +1 on somebody. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, standard minus this. The theory behind this is to play around Nobleman of Crossout. So I side these in every single game too. Every single one.
All of them.
Every single time I will side out the hamsters for the snowmen.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because if they snowman your Raikous, this is an absolute vanilla, and it's a bad vanilla too because the stat line's not very great.
Right, okay.
So, I'm sorry, I should correct myself. There is one matchup where I don't do that, and that's Fairies, because you have to be able to kill Consecrated Light, so you gotta summon Hamster and do that.
Yes.
But aside from that, every single game 2 and 3, I'll always take these 2 out for this, just to kind of kill their Nobleman of Crossout.
Okay.
Important to note also, this is not a flip monster. It's just when it's flip face up, so if they knock this, you get to keep the other one, which is important. But
fair enough.
That's it. That's really it.
Okay, so I mean, obviously the stat line difference, 1,800 versus 1,900 is, I guess, stronger against like if they're boarding in Kaiku or they're like.
Yeah, it's good against heroes too. Obviously, it gets to survive, pop their thing, and damage step, and which is nice.
And you just sit there, like it just sits there, and then you can just like. Just take your time, just rolling through your deck, and
a lot of times I do like to side out one Caius going second. It's a little weird because without the second Caius, this is worse.
Right.
But I still like siding out one Caius going second, just to make sure you break even less.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. Awesome deck list. Awesome takes. Controversy is the key to innovation, my friend. But before I let you go, any shout outs, anything you want to say to the people?
Yes. Shout out to my store back home, Versus Games in Oviedo, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and my awesome group of guys, MSW, Matt Williamson, Rob the Man, you guys probably know that guy, super annoying. Shaggy Powers, love that guy,
That's a good guy, yeah.
Community, if you guys know him. Xander Prendergast, Brian Gaither. I'm probably missing some people, but yeah, everyone at the locals is super sick and super nice, and come on by Versus Game.
You hear that? Orlando, Florida. You know you're going to see Mickey Mouse and go to see Versus Game. That's what you're going to do. All right. Well, out of here, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Peace out.